Long ago, a dark wizard named Voldemort killed Lily and James Potter on Hallows Eve. He even attempted to kill their one-year-old son, Harry, but failed and disappeared. All that was left on Harry's forehead was a scar shaped as a lightning bolt. He was soon praised for being the boy who lived, but did not grow up with any wizard family. Instead, he was raised by the Dursleys, completely ordinary people, or as the wizards called them, muggles. The Dursleys were related to his mother, and were cruel caregivers. Harry does plenty of chores and sleeps in the cupboard under the stairs. Then when he turns 11, he is accepted into Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, where he learns who his parents truly were. That's the basic gist to begin the series of novels written by J.K. Rowling, 7 books to cover 7 years in Harry's academic career. All of the novels were adapted to film, with the last one split into 2 parts. First up, we will cover Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, or Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone in the UK. This is where we are introduced to the character on the big screen. He was played by Daniel Radcliffe and served as his breakout role. Other breakout roles include Rupert Grint and Emma Watson, who played Harry's friends, Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger. They were all very believable in the characters they play. The Hogwarts staff also has a bunch of great actors. The headmaster, Albus Dumbledore, was played by Richard Harris in the first 2 films. Then after his death, Michael Gambon took over from the 3rd film onward. I'd say that Harris is the better Dumbledore, for reasons I'll talk about when we get to the other films. He didn't initially want the role, but he changed his mind because he wanted to please his granddaughter. Alan Rickman played the potion master, Professor Snape, who has a deliberate tone of voice, and he seemed like he would be the film's villain. The way he talks, so slow and monotone, yet scary.
Pity. Clearly, fame isn't everything, is it, Mr. Potter?
He dresses all in black, his face doesn't look the least bit friendly. It doesn't help that he is biased for Slytherin House, which he is head of. The 2 actors J.K. Rowling wanted the most were Robbie Coltrane as Rubius Hagrid and Maggie Smith as Professor McGonagall. Robin Williams wanted to play Hagrid, but was turned down because director Chris Columbus had a strictly British and Irish only rule in place for the casting. If Robin Williams was cast, I doubt his performance would be any better than Coltrane's. He played that character perfectly.
I will not pay to have some crackpot old fool teach him magic tricks!
Never insult Albus Dumbledore in front of me.
Besides, the only Williams with involvement that we really care about is John Williams, who composed the score for the first 3 movies. It has that magical feel to it that fits the tone just right. I also love the composition used during the wizard chess scene. For some reason, the Stinkers Bad Movie Awards disagree, nominating it for Most Intrusive Musical Score. That doesn't make any sense. John Williams' music is spectacular. Those guys should really get their ears checked. The film's effects were definitely something to gaze upon for the time. Most of them have aged pretty well, but others not so much, especially the mountain troll and the centaur Firenze. I love the effects for the Quidditch scene. It's not the best we've seen thus far, but at the time, we never saw anything like it. Nothing like flying around on a broomstick, throwing the quaffle through those hoops, or even trying to snag the golden snitch, but being momentarily stopped because your broom is enchanted to throw you off. In the sorting scene, it's easy to tell whether they're using a real hat or a digital effect.
Ha! Another Weasley. I know just what to do with you. Gryffindor!
But it still looks great. It doesn't destroy the suspense of which house you'd be sorted in, Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin. Wizard's chess, now that's a concept. Verbally speaking algebraic notation to move the pieces around the board. The way the pieces are captured is more of a toys version of the video game battle chess.
Queen to e5.
It's especially suspenseful during the giant chess game because that's where it all matters. Though it looks goofy with Ron getting knocked out. He just fell. It's not like any of the horse pieces landed on his body. At least in the book, the White Queen smacked him in the face. Listen. He stepped forward, and the White Queen pounced. She struck Ron hard across the head with her stone arm, and he crashed to the floor. Hermione screamed but stayed on her square. The White Queen dragged Ron to one side. This film was made during the time the books were popular. It wasn't a complete series yet, But not to worry, because by the time this film came out, the fourth installment being the most recent, it seemed like there was about enough material to work with to give reference to future installments, like the Hogsmeade sign when the train pulls up at Hogwarts, and the flashing green light during that flashback scene to allude to the Killing Curse. Overall, not perfect, but a great introduction to the series. Many well-known story tropes thrown together and made fresh. I love it.